YouTube, what's going on? Woody P coming back with another one. Let's get it. You know I gotta keep the fire coming. Today I have a great one. Today I'm gonna talk about the biggest mistake we make after a breakup. Yes, men and women, we've all made this mistake. There's a process we must go through after a breakup, but we always seem to skip this process. We always seem to skip this process. And a breakup, it's like a cut, it's like a wound. It's like a cut, it's like a wound. You lose a piece of yourself, and depending on, your investment and what you've been through in your relationship, how long your relationship was, that cut can be even deeper after a breakup. Let's be real. So there's a process we must go through after a breakup that we always seem to skip. Men and women. We always skip this process. So the biggest mistake we make after a breakup, I love my relationships, dating, life. I love it. So lock in with me before I start the video. Please watch the entire video. Like, subscribe to the channel to receive more content like this. Just content about life and various topics. Let's get it. Yes, the biggest mistake we make after a breakup. Men and women, both genders. And there's a process we must go through. Like I said, after a breakup, that's like a cut, that's like a wound. We lose a piece of ourselves, depending on the investment, how long we were in a relationship. That cut, that wound could be even deeper. It can. But there's a process we must go through. And this is the mistake that we make because we skip this process. Why do we skip this process? Because after a breakup, we have too much pride. We have to show our ex that we're not stunting them, we're not tripping over them no more. Like, we moved on, so we'll start, dating again, talking to other people. Yeah, we have too much pride. We don't want to be lonely. So that's another reason why we start talking to other people right after a breakup, dating other people. But that's a big mistake because you're skipping this big process. We have to go through a healing process after a breakup. And that healing process can vary, like I said, depending on how deep your cut is, how deep your wound is. That may determine how long your healing process is. After a breakup, we have to heal. Mentally, physically, spiritually. That's the wound that you have to heal. That's that cut that you have to heal. You have to heal yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually. And like I said, depending on how deep your cut, how deep your wound is, how invested you were in your relationship, that may determine your healing process. But we can't skip this process. Why can't we skip this process? Because this is when we truly find ourselves again. This is when we get back to ourselves, our hobbies, our interests, what we truly love to do in life. Because sometimes we get deep in that relationship, we put on 5-10 pounds, we get lazy, we stop working out. So that healing process that's a big step that we must go through before we jump into any more relationships. We have to go through that process. That's when we find ourselves again. That's when we find our true purpose, what we really want to do in life. But we think we're making our ex mad or we're winning because we can jump into another relationship, show them that we're not hurt, we're not bothered by the breakup. Because typically, whoever can move on faster, that's who wasn't hurt or that's who had more value or whatever the case may be. All the nonsense. But that healing process, that's the biggest step that we skip over. And the biggest mistake we make after a breakup is we skip over the healing process. We can't skip over that. That's key. Like I said, our pride get in the way. We don't want to be lonely. We don't want to look hurt. So we jump into another relationship, knowing we haven't truly found ourselves and knowing that we're actually may not be ready for another relationship. You have to cater to yourself sometimes, you know. And really put, more value back into yourself. So, I love my relationships, dating. This is what I do. This is what I do. It's easy. I do this every day. So, but I keep it balanced, my sports, reactions, things like that. But I love it. I love it. The biggest mistake we make after a breakup. I said we've all made, this mistake, but we can't skip over that healing process. We can't. And that healing process can vary depending on, how much was invested into your relationship, what you've been through, throughout your relationship, things like that. So let me know what y'all think. Drop some down in the comments. I love it. I keep the fire coming. Start the week with some fire. So drop some down in the comments. I ain't gonna stop. Hit that bell icon. These videos coming so rapid. You will miss one. Let me know what y'all think. Knock another one out. Let's get it.